All right, Clarity family, welcome to your reading. So, we're about to find out who you will marry. But before we jump into it, make sure you click that like button. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel so that you do not miss the next video upload. Also, it gives you the opportunity to support our Clarity family here. All right, so I want you to take a moment here and relax. Meditate here on the three cards. Pick the one that calmly draws you the most. This is 1, 2, and 3. Let's get straight into your reading. Hi, Clarity family. Welcome to your reading. All right, so let's get into it because you clicked this for answers and not small talk. Okay, so this reading is who you will marry. Okay, and if you feel drawn to the yellow glass crystal, I need you to sit down, lean in, and really let this hit, okay? Because this isn't just a glass crystal, right? And a card. This is a message, and Spirit is about to serve it raw and unfiltered, okay? Because your card here, your crystal, your yellow crystal is paired with your card. Let's see what it says. It says, deep in your heart, you already know the answer. So do what feels right. What? Spirit is already giving you some advice. All right. So let me just say this. Be real with yourself for a second. All right. Because you already feel this energy. Okay. You feel the energy of this, and you might not, be fully ready to own it. So we're going to unpack it, right? We're going to unpack exactly what this means for you and the person that you're meant to walk down the aisle with. So let's break it down all the way with the energy that I am picking up. All right. So the yellow energy, baby, that's that big solar plexus vibe, okay? Like with the seven chakras, right? So with the seven chakras, this is the solar plexus energy, okay? So this is the seat of your confidence, self-worth, and your inner power. And so Spirit is saying that you are stepping into the version of yourself that knows what you deserve. You know what you deserve. So this is about leaving insecurities in the dust and just really attracting the type of partner who matches your ambitious energy. So the person you're going to marry isn't going to play small. No. And they're sure as heck, right? Not going to expect you to dim your light either. So what I'm picking up is that you have been doing the inner work, and Spirit is saying that your energy is becoming magnetic, and you're about to call in someone who sees you for who you really are. Who you really are. All right? So, let me just say this. So, who will you marry? This is going to be someone that's bold and unapologetic. Okay? This is not a wallflower. No, this is not a wallflower, baby. This person moves with purpose, just like you do. So it's like think someone who can. It's like when you think about this person, it's someone who can walk into a room and own it. Okay, so a giver, not a taker. So they'll bring you they'll bring you peace and not problems. So they're the type of person that will pour into your cup without keeping score, right? And they'll hype you up. This is your hype man. This is your hype person because they're gonna hype you up at every turn. So what I'm also picking up is that this is a connection that hits different. Deep in your heart, you already feel them. And Spirit is saying, trust that inner voice because this relationship will feel effortlessly, right? It's like coming home. No drama, no confusion. When you just know. You're going to know this person because it's just like coming home. Okay? So here's the takeaway. Here's the takeaway. Stop playing small when it comes to your love life. Stop giving these people chances and opportunity that you know don't deserve you, that you know is not compatible to your energy, because the energy of the crystal in this card is screaming at you to stop settling for the potential in people, right? Who don't give you what you need. Okay, so stay glowing and keep leveling up, and just really, don't stop second guessing yourself because that ring is closer than you think, right? Okay, so let's gain more insight. All right, so let's see what we can get. Who will you marry? Let's see if we can get some energy on looks, a zodiac, personality traits. Who will you marry? Thank you, Spirit. So you have the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups coming through. So how does this relate to who you will marry? How does this relate to who you will marry? All right, so got it. Yeah, thank you, Spirit, because the Eight of Cups is stepping in strong. This is stepping in strong. It's about, the Eight of Cups is about leaving the past behind and chasing something better. So this person, there's someone who's been through it, okay? They've been through it. They've been through the fire, through the storm. I'm hearing Shaka Khan's song, Shaka Khan, Through the Fire. If my mama, I call my mom mama. Sometimes I call her ma too. I'll be like, Ma. She's like, what, girl? Anyway, if your mother has played Shaka Khan Through the Fire, right? This is the energy of this person, okay? So they are someone who's been through it, okay? They've walked away from toxic cycles and are unapologetically chasing growth. This person is emotionally mature because they're just so done with playing games, and they're not, this is the thing, they're not only about real deep connections, right? No breadcrumbing. No breadcrumbing for this person. No hot and cold energy. That's in the past. That's that past energy. That this person is not with that hot and cold stuff. So I'm picking up this person definitely has an introspective type of nature. So they have done the work. And this isn't someone who is afraid of a little self-reflection, okay? Because they know who they are, flaws and all, okay? This person is determined, and they won't settle for mediocre in life or love, and they'll expect the same from you. Ooh, I'm definitely picking up a zodiac energy as well. So let's talk signs, because I know you want to know. I know you want to know. The Eight of Cups has big, it has like big Pisces energy written all over it. So we're talking about someone with a deeply intuitive, dreamy vibe, right? Who feels everything, okay? But there are also other possibilities with that water energy, such as Cancer or Scorpio, because hello, water sign energy is dripping all over this card, all right? They're emotional, but in a balanced, nurturing, not manipulative way. Okay? It's just, you don't have to do that this time. So, okay, so now, I'm picking up some physical tea. Yeah, some physical tea, some physical energy. Okay, this person has soulful eyes. Soulful eyes, meaning that you'll be drawn to their eyes immediately. It's like they see straight into your soul. You know what I mean? And they have a calm aura. So they radiate peace and steadiness. So you feel safe and grounded just being around them. Okay? This person definitely has a lean build as far as, physically, their body type. So this is someone who's naturally graceful and not over the top with their appearance, but they are effortlessly attractive, right? They don't even have to try, but they are not over the top with their appearance. So Spirit is saying you'll meet this person when you finally let go of what doesn't serve you. And they're not coming into your life to fix you. They're showing up when you are already whole. When you're already whole. So ready and waiting, right? When you're ready and you're waiting for the love that you deserve. Okay, so if you're still entertaining half-ass energy right now, if you are still entertaining half-ass energy right now, it's time to let it go. And when you do, this person will step in like, hey, I'm what you've been waiting for. I am what you have been waiting for all along. And trust me, you'll know. You will know. All right, so let's gain more insight. All right, thank you, Spirit. What is the energy as it does relate? Who will you marry? Who will you marry? Who will you marry? Trickster. This is interesting because Spirit just gave us this insight, like this person is not going to play games. Okay. Now the high vibrational energy of like trickster, this person, I'm picking up that they used to be a player, right? But they, like I said, they've been through the fire, right? They've been through the fire, right? And so they have transcended the convention, right? And they don't do that stuff no more. They don't do that no more. So let's gain more insight with the trickster energy. Thank you, Spirit. That's so interesting that the trickster card would come through. That's crazy. All right, so let's talk about this trickster vibe, because this is not the immature game playing ghost you on Friday night energy, right? No, this is someone who's grown. And Spirit is showing me that they used to live that player life, but not anymore. So this person has been through some serious lessons, and, think, a major life wake-up call, right? That turned them into the real deal. They had to deal with some stuff and it made them wake up, right? So they have learned to drop the manipulation, the mask, the running around energy, and now they've transcended all of that. So this is someone who knows what's real, and they're here to build something authentic and lasting with you. Okay? Now, who they are now, let me just say this. It's like a high charisma vibe. So this person still has the charm, right? They still have the charm. They're smooth, magnetic, and confident, but they are no longer using it for selfish gains. You know what I'm saying? So they know how to light up a room without stepping on anyone, if that makes sense. Yes, they know how to walk into a room, light up a room without stepping on anyone. So, yeah. And I'm also picking up a creative soul, right? See, because that trickster energy also means that they're out of the box thinkers, and they don't follow conventions. They bring an element of fun, surprise, and that innovation into everything that they do, including your relationship. You know what I'm saying? This person has changed for the better. So Spirit says that they've been through the fire and came out refined. Yes, they have. And so they're wise, accountable, and intentional now. You know what I'm saying? So when they tell you, you know what I'm saying? When they tell you that they want forever, they mean it. They mean it when they tell you that. Okay, so this is someone who's complex, multi-layered, and full of depth. Okay, so they've been through tough times, faced their shadows, and they have come out glowing with high vibrational energy. And they're done with surface level connections, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean? And they're here for the real. You know what I'm saying? The real soul, deep partnership that you deserve. Okay? Yeah. I'm also picking up some heavy Gemini energy. So when I give you the zodiacs, I got Pisces earlier, some water energy, but I'm picking up Gemini too. So when I come in with that energy, this energy also could be in the top placements of your birth chart, such as your sun, moon, or rising sign, your 7th house of relationships as well, right? So I'm picking up heavy Gemini energy. They're like quick-witted, adaptable, and that charming energy, right? And they can hold a conversation about anything. Okay. It's also Aries or Sagittarius is coming through. They're playful, adventurous, and really just full of passion, full of passion. But now this person has an emotional maturity. So again, I'm picking up looks. I'm picking up looks. So you got someone that has an expressive style. Okay, so they may dress in a way that turns heads, which is unique and fashionable, or even like slightly daring. So it's the type of person that stands out in a crowd. They also have like this playful smirk on their face. It's a playful smirk because, their smile will pull you in immediately. It's like they're always like one step ahead, but in the best way. And listen, they smell good. They smell good. Okay. Like a certain scent that they wear. You know what I'm saying? I am seeing a well-groomed person, right? Even when they're casual, even when they dress casual, they know how to put that look together. Yes, they do. All right, so let's gain more insight. I'm called to a deck that I wasn't intending on pulling out, but I want to pull it out because I'm called to it. Let's see. What is the energy, spirit? And sometimes we have to be spontaneous, because that's our nature, to be spontaneous. Not also always so rigid in like on time with this and schedule this and that. No. Life is about spontaneity. So let's gain more insight. What is the energy, spirit, as it does relate? What is the energy of who you will marry? All right, you have star, the star card. So the silver energy of a star brings good luck and serendipity. Whoa. So how does this relate to this person? All right. Thank you, spirit. Okay, so let's get into the star card. Let's get into the star card because let me just tell you this. This is big energy. It's big energy. So this card screams high vibe, alignment, and someone who feels like a wish that has finally been fulfilled. So let's break it down what Spirit is saying about who you'll marry and why the silver energy of the star is so significant. Okay, so let me see. What am I picking up? Thank you, Spirit. Okay. The star card, it brings hope, healing, and divine alignment. So when this card comes through, it's letting you know that this person is no random connection. Nope. No random connection. This is the kind of partner that you have manifested. So the star shines brightest, right? After a time of struggle. Okay? Which tells me that both of you, right? That both you and this person have been through some challenges. But those challenges have prepared you for this moment to come together and to create something truly beautiful. Okay, so, and the silver energy here, it represents luck, timing, and serendipity. So this isn't just any relationship. It's the right place, right time, right person. Okay, so what I'm picking up is like, this is a true blessing. It's a true blessing. So this person will feel like they were sent straight from the universe. And Spirit says this is someone who'll light up your life and bring peace where there's been chaos. And so they will feel to you, you know what I'm saying? They will feel like coming home. It will feel like you have known this person forever. Because the thing is, there's a natural connection. The energy between you two will just flow so easy and you won't have to force anything. It'll just work. Right? Think soulmate vibes, okay? Someone who compliments you in all the right ways. And again, we're picking up that healing energy. So the star represents someone who's emotionally balanced, calm, and deeply compassionate. So they will support your growth, celebrate your wins, and actually hold space for your emotions, right? So let's gain more insight. Thank you, Spirit. What is the energy as it does relate? So will you marry? What is the energy, Spirit? Coming through. Who will you marry? This is the Creator card coming through. Wow. Very interesting. The Creator. Thank you, Spirit. Also, I was picking up also with like the star energy that this person is is like a humanitarian and very free-spirited person, and also a big dreamer, right? It's the type of person that likes to make plans and go after what it is that they want. Okay. All right. So let's turn up the volume here, because the Creator card, it just hit the table. It just hit the table, and this is big. You know, this energy is bold. It's visionary, and it's just really full of divine alignment. So Spirit is speaking loud and clear about who you're destined to marry. So let's break it all the way down. Let's break it all the way down. Okay, so the Creator is the master of manifestation, and the archetype and the architect, right, of their own life. So this card screams power, purpose, and someone who's fully tapped into their potential. So this person is no follower. They are a trailblazer, someone who's creating their reality with intention and heart. So they're not just about living, but they're about building something meaningful. And that energy is going to pour directly into your partnership, is what I'm picking up. So again, this person is a visionary. This is someone with big dreams and the determination to make them real. And they're not afraid to take risks or think outside the box. So whether they're an entrepreneur, an artist, or just someone that's fiercely independent, they are creating their life on their own terms. Okay? This is not somebody to play with like that other people could play with. They're not for play. You see what I'm saying? Although they have a cool, calm vibe, and that's who they are, but this person is not going to play games with other people. They are going to be totally dedicated to you and your partnership, okay? And also I'm picking up that this is a partner who inspires. So they will motivate you, right, to step into your own power. And they will never hold you back. No, instead they will hype you up and just push you to go after everything that you want. Again, this is creative energy. So this person sees the world differently, and that spark of creativity will really show in how they live, love, and approach challenges, right? So think of someone who keeps things just fresh, fun, and just constantly evolving, right? And so let's gain more insight. What is the energy, Spirit? As it does relate here. I want to make sure that you do see your cards. Okay. So thank you, Spirit. What is the energy as it does relate? All right. So who will you marry? What's that energy coming through, Spirit? Yes. Seduction. Ooh. So this is attraction, flirting, dating. So you guys definitely will date for a while. There's temptation. Why is a third party interference in here? I feel like somebody, like they have an ex that's going to be really pissed off that she let that person get away and now that person is with you. Okay, so let's gain more insight. Thank you, Spirit. All right, let's see here. What I am picking up, let me just say this. This is the energy of seduction, okay? And so this person isn't just going to come in hot and heavy. No, they're going to date you, right? And get to know you and build that spark, right? That's right. So expect flirting, deep connection, and that slow burning intensity before things get officially heat up, right? But they won't rush you. No rushing. No rushing the connection. No. But here's the thing. There's chemistry. And you will feel the immediate pull. And this is more than a casual interest. It's like a seductive energy, and you won't be able to ignore it. Okay, because this person is charismatic, right? So you two are definitely going to vibe, right? And it's going to feel playful, exciting, and just really full of delicious tension. Okay, so you got those dating vibes. You know what I'm saying? You'll have that phase where they will truly court you. So expect dinner dates, spontaneous outings, late night conversations, and they'll be looking for ways to leave you thinking about them. You know what I'm saying? It's like a whole vibe that feels, like magnetism. Remember I mentioned earlier this person, yeah. So also, let me just say this. Now spirit is telling me that there's a plot twist in the connection here with this person, right? So this person's ex, it's going to have like a real hard time letting go. So here's what I'm getting from the cards. There's ex drama, and it's looking like this ex may come around, triggered and frustrated, like they can't quite let go of your future partner, and they may even try to manipulate the situation or even disrupt your connection. You know what I'm saying? Because jealousy is real. So expect a little drama. The ex might start texting, calling, or just even making attempts to stir some temptation. You know what I'm saying? So they'll notice your person is moving on and really feel that sting of loss, that they didn't think that this person would actually find someone new and better. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No, and I'm also picking up like some unfinished business. So the ex might still have some emotional attachment lingering, right? So, and it's making them feel possessive. So this could cause some tension and maybe even some pushback as they're just not ready to fully let go. No. So with all this third party energy in play, the person that you marry is strong enough to know where they belong. They will choose you over the past. Okay? They will choose you over their past, over their ex, even if it gets a little messy in the process, because they are decisive and clear. Okay? So even if the ex is pulling strings, your partner won't be easily swayed. And they will know the difference between real love and toxic history. Okay? You know what I'm saying? They are loyal AF. Did you hear me? Your partner is loyal AF. Okay. Um, this person will commit to you and prove it, and not through words, but actions. Even when temptation is lurking, they are secure in you. They're secure in you. They will reassure you that there's no need to worry about this third party because they'll choose you. And not just because they have to, but because they see a future with you. All right? So let's gain more insight. What is the energy as it does relate? So yeah, you're going to have a little bit of drama. But hey, that's life. We have it from time to time. It makes it interesting, doesn't it? All right, so let's gain more insight. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, let me grab this deck here. What is the energy as it does relate? Ooh. Let's see. Choose one of these cards here. Boom. Ooh, the Two of Swords. Look at that. That is crazy with the Two of Swords coming out. It's like a conflict. What we just mentioned with that ex, it's a conflict. And it's like your partner just cut that ex off. You know what I'm saying? So there's a conflict. The Two of Swords coming through is clear. We know it's a conflict, but there'll also be mental clarity on your part, in your partner's mind. So your partner is confused. It's not confused, but their ex is conflicted, if you know what I mean. So let's gain more insight. So it sounds like your partner is definitely going to stand their ground. They're not going to play no games with this person. All right. I do want to point out that the sword energy does represent air energy, so it represents the air zodiac. So you got Scorpio, Cancer, and no, what am I talking about? That's water. You got I'm still thinking about the 8 of Cups here. So you got with the air energy, you got Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra. Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra in the top placements of the card that I did of the birth chart that I did mention earlier. So let me just say this. Let's dive into it because the two of Swords, it's loud and clear. So first of all, it's backing up all that ex-drama energy that we just pulled through. And this is exactly what we talked about, okay? A conflict. A conflict, some indecision in a moment where things get real. But don't stress because this energy is also about breakthroughs, clarity, and your partner stepping into their power. Okay, so let's break it down. Let's break it down. Break it down. I don't want nobody else to hear the sound. Those are two different songs. I don't even know how I put those together. Anyway, I don't even know what that song is. Okay, listen. The Two of Swords. Listen, this card tells us that there's a crossroads moment that's coming. And on the surface, it's about indecision or tension. But here's the good news. It's not your partner who is stuck. It's the ex. So the ex is confused, conflicted, and feeling some serious regret about losing your person. While your partner is clear on who they want, and the spoiler alert is, you want to hear the spoiler alert? It's you. They want you, okay? So here's what the Two of Swords is saying. It's saying that the ex is struggling. The ex is struggling because the ex is caught up in their emotions and stuck between wanting to move on and still feeling entitled to your partner. So it's giving chaos energy, all right? And so your partner stands strong, okay? Even though there's this external noise, right? Your partner isn't confused about their feelings for you, and they have made their choice, and they'll handle this conflict with grace. They will handle it with grace. And let's be honest, probably a little attitude too, because they're not about, they're not about to let anyone mess this up. They're not, okay? So also here's like your clarity. So the Two of Swords also speaks to your mental clarity. So you may have moments where you feel uneasy or uncertain, right? But Spirit is saying stay grounded and trust that your partner is solid. Trust that they're solid because even if the ex is spinning out, right? Even if that ex is spinning out, your partner is solid. Let me just say this. I'm picking up that how your partner will handle it. Let me tell you, your future spouse isn't playing games. They are not playing games. So when this ex starts showing out, they'll shut it down fast and firm. Shut it down automatically, okay? So no drama. They're not going to feed into this ex's confusion or let it bleed into your relationship. No, they will handle things directly, cutting off the chaos with confidence. There are clear boundaries. Your person knows where to stand, and they'll make it crystal clear to the ex. You see what I'm saying? And they might, this is the thing, they might even hit them with, this is over and you need to move on. They're going to hit that ex with that. This is over. You need to move on, leaving no room for interpretation. Leaving no room for interpretation, right? So this is about their loyalty to you. So this card is a confirmation that their focus is 100% on you. Any conflict with the ex will only make your partner more sure about you and this relationship. You see what I'm saying? So while this conflict, it might test your patience, okay? But Spirit is saying that it's also bringing, bring clarity for you and your partner. Now for you, you'll see firsthand just how solid this person is, how they handle difficult situations, and how loyal that they are to you. For your partner, this situation will remind them why they moved on in the first place, why they left that ex, okay? It's going to remind them of why they left the ex, okay? So the ex's confusion and chaos will serve as a wake-up call. Okay? And your partner will realize how lucky that they are to have someone who brings peace, love, and stability. And that's you, boo. That is you. Okay? Now, what this means for your marriage, let me just say this. I'm picking up something here. You know, the ex's drama, it seems like a lot right now, but it's a passing storm. That's exactly what it is. So this person will handle the conflict and move forward with clarity, cutting off the past and focusing entirely on building a future with you, leaving no loose ends. Okay, so they won't carry baggage. No, they won't carry baggage into your relationship. Any unresolved feelings or confusions with the ex, right, will be dealt with, leaving no room for interference. All right, so and actually there's like a stronger connection here. So if anything, this whole situation will strengthen your bond with your partner, right? Showing both of you how resilient your love is. Okay, so this is about growth together. It's about growth together. So this isn't just about shutting down the ex. It's about growth, trust, and building a love that can face any challenge head on. Now, the takeaway that I'm picking up is, you know, Spirit says, stay calm, keep the faith, right? Stay calm, keep the faith, and let your partner show you who they are. The Two of Swords might represent a moment of conflict, but it's also a turning point. You know, one where like there's clarity, loyalty, and where love will win. You know what I'm saying? So it's feeling like this reading is on fire. You see what I'm saying? So with passion, it's definitely, you know, you're gonna have that. There's a lot of different elements going on here that we started from the top with. But yes, number one, this does conclude your reading. It concludes it. I hope this reading resonates with you and inspire you. And if it does, make sure you drop a comment below. I absolutely enjoy reading your comments. I am sending you lots of love and good energy. Welcome back, Clarity Family, card 2. So let's dive into this energy, because if you have landed on this reading, it's for a reason. So go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button to join the family. And let's pull back the layers, because Spirit has a message just for you. So today, we are looking at the teal blue crystal that you're naturally drawn to, which is, this is a stone of truth, peace, and emotional clarity. Okay, and let me just say this. The card that is accompanying this energy, it says, let's see what it says. It says, look inside yourself and examine what is causing you to feel this way. Ooh, thank you, Spirit. Okay, so let's see. Let me just say this. I'm picking up that this reading, right, is going to be about the person you'll marry, but it's also going to be like, you know, some like self-reflection and digging into your inner world type of energy to find out, you know, the hidden truths. Okay, so who will you marry? Buckle up, because a Spirit has a reading to spill. All right, so again, first off, this crystal is no joke. It's a beacon for emotional healing and deep soul diving. All right, so I can pick up that with this person that you're married to, this person is highly intuitive. People cannot pull the wool over this person's eyes. They know if someone is playing games, being shady or sneaky, right? And they're the type of person that's going to say to you, honey, did you see that shit? Did you see that? What? So this person, this person is not one that that people can get stuff over on. They just can't. They just can't. You know what I'm saying? They're empathetic, but they're also emotionally intelligent. So this person is deep, okay? And they don't do surface level anything. They'll be the type to notice when something's off and ask you what's wrong and actually listen to your answer. You know what I'm saying? You know how you ask somebody what's wrong and they don't listen to your answer, but this person's going to be there for you, right? To listen. I'm also picking up that they are supportive and grounded. So this is someone who will stand by you, but they'll also challenge you in the best possible way. They are a partner with confident, right? And someone that has like an emotional rock. You know what I'm saying? That's how they're gonna feel, like an emotional rock. And I'm also picking up that they have like this healer's heart. You know what I'm saying? So whether they work in, like, I feel like they could work in a helping profession or just carry healing energy. But this person's naturally soothes other people. And this person naturally, is going to soothe you. So, right? So you will feel safe with them, right? Like you can finally exhale. You can finally exhale with this person. I'm also picking up physical traits. So this person has soft yet striking eyes. So their eyes are unforgettable. Whether they're green, hazel, or blue, they carry a depth in them that will captivate you. Okay? You know what I'm saying? And they have like a well-kept look. So this is someone who takes care of themselves. It's like it's an understatement. You know what I'm saying when I say they take care of themselves, because they are clean cut, polished person with like a minimalist. They have like a minimalist yet a sexy vibe, if that makes sense. So let's gain more insight. It's interesting. What is the energy as it does relate? What is the energy as it does relate? Thank you, Spirit. What is the energy? Who is this person that you'll marry? Spirit, can you give us some personality traits, characteristics, zodiacs, profession, appearance? What, I know you just gave us a few, but we have the Seven of Cups card. Thank you, Spirit. Wow. Seven of Cups. That's interesting. Okay. Okay, so let's dive right into it, because the Seven of Cups is showing us, to stir the pot, stir the pot, right? Because Spirit has a lot to say about it. This card has layers, so let's pull them back one at a time as we get into who you will marry. So we're talking personality, zodiac, profession, and appearance. Let's get all the tea. Thank you, Spirit. Pour it on us. So this is a card of options, possibilities, and decisions. So, but it's also illusions, right? So Spirit is coming through with some sass today. Sass, S-A-S-S. Spirit's coming through with some sass. So the person you will marry won't be your easy choice. Did you pick that up? Thank you, Spirit. They won't be your easy choice. Why? Because this person is going to break the mold, and you might not even see them coming. This is someone who'll shake things up and make you reevaluate what you thought you wanted versus what your soul needs. Ooh, thank you, Spirit. So here's what Spirit is saying. They stand out. Yeah, your future partner is unique, multifaceted, right? And absolutely unforgettable. So again, they don't fit into a neat little box. And that's what makes them magnetic. You know what I'm saying? They are deep. Okay? Because the Seven of Cups remind us that there's something beneath the surface. And at first glance, this person might seem mysterious or hard to pin down. But once you get to know them, their layers will captivate you. I promise you, their layers will captivate you. Right? Now, who is this person? Thank you, Spirit, for giving this to us. What I am picking up, right? Let's break it down. Their personality traits and more is coming through. All right, so with the personality traits, this person is ambitious with a ton of big dreams and ideas. And they have a creative mind that's always, seem to be thinking 5 steps ahead. Okay. And they're also a romantic at heart. And they may not come off as a hopeless romantic right away. Okay. But their love language, it includes grand gestures. I mean, grand gestures like trips. You know what I'm saying? A home. That's their love language. Okay. But it also comes with deep emotional connections. So when they commit, it's 100%. When they commit to you, it's 100%. And I'm also picking up that they are a decision maker. You know what I'm saying? Now, the Seven of Cups speaks to choices, right? But this person has clarity when it comes to you. So they'll see you as their one and only, and they won't be afraid to claim you. They will not be afraid to claim you. I'm also picking up some zodiac energy. Yeah, so the vibe here is giving Scorpio, Pisces, and Gemini. A sprinkle of Gemini. Not a lot of Gemini, but like a sprinkle of Gemini. And let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Okay, so the Scorpio energy that I'm picking up, it's intense and passionate and just deeply loyal. And this person loves with their whole heart and just brings an almost magnetic energy. The Pisces energy, they are dreamy, intuitive, and they carry this healing vibe, right? And they may be a little elusive at first, but once you're in their world, once you are in their world, it's magical. Okay. Now, the Gemini energy I'm picking up is saying that they are versatile and charismatic. Why can't I pronounce this word? I've said it 1,000 times. Charismatic. Okay. They know how to keep things interesting. Yes, they do. And you'll never get bored with them because their mind is always buzzing with fresh ideas. Okay? I'm also picking up a profession here. Okay, so the person's profession feels creative, flexible, and centered around connection with people. Okay, so I'm picking up like an entrepreneur, artist, or a designer, and they have a talent for just really bringing visions to life. They also could be a healer or a therapist. Okay, so if they're not creative, they're in a helping profession, using their insights and their intuition to guide others. Okay, so there's also something techie and strategic because of that Gemini energy that came through. So for others, I'm picking up like they may work in fields like tech, marketing, or project management. You know, anything where they can use their creativity and their problem solving skills. Okay. Also, thank you, Spirit. Whoa. We haven't even got to the third deck yet. Listen, but I'm picking up some alluring eyes. And I think I said that earlier. Just like we saw earlier, their eyes will have like a hypnotized, will have you like hypnotized, right? So expect like piercing and dreamy eyes that seem to hold 1,000 secrets. Okay, so let's go to, child. They got a balanced physique. I'm picking up, they take care of their appearance, but it's not in an over the top way. They have like a balance between effort and natural confidence. So let's move into the next card. Thank you, Spirit. Whoa. What is the energy as it does relate? Who will you marry? You have a companion card. That's a synchronicity. Because what is the title of the reading? Who will you marry? And so there's loyalty, tenacity, and unselfishness here with the companion energy. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, well, that's a synchronicity. So Spirit is stepping up with some fire energy right now. You have the companion card showing up. And when I say that this is all about loyalty, tenacity, and undeniable commitment, I mean it. This energy is dripping with promise and security. And we're diving in to find out more about who you'll marry. And trust me, it's not just about flowers and roses. No, there's something a lot more intense at play here, right? So first off, let's break it down, the essence of the companion card. Okay, this card is about unity, partnership, and shared energy. So Spirit says that this person is not coming to you just to play games. They're serious about commitment. And what's popping up here is that the word loyalty, right? The word loyalty, but not in a shallow sense. Okay, this person is going to be a ride or die for you. Okay, they are going to be a ride or die for you because they got the unwavering tenacity to see things through, and they won't fold on the first sign of problems or adversity. They're not going to fold. They're not going to faint in the field. No. So if life throws curveballs your way, they'll be right there next to you, weathering the storm. They're going to be there. You better believe it. And so let's gain more insight. What is the energy as it does relate coming through? What is the energy as it does relate coming through? Oh, shucks. Ooh, I'm gonna shuffle these, okay? Because there's a lot of power in this energy here. Okay, there's a lot of power. I'll go with this one. Goddess. Healing feminine energy. Ooh. I feel like this is how they're going to see you. Wow. But let's see what else Spirit has to say. The Goddess card. Goddess. We know that's divine feminine energy. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. So, yeah, so, Oh, did I say that this person has like a strong jawline and sharp eyes? Did I say that? They're soft, but and they have like a solid build, just a really strong presence. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, the energy here, this feels rooted. You know what I'm saying? And this is like the very essence of creation, intuition, and a strength. Just a real strength that goes deep within you. Okay, so your partner will see you as a sacred magnetic being. Okay? And whose power doesn't come from being aggressive or pushy, but from being deeply connected to your inner truth and intuition. So you are the kind of person who doesn't have to speak loudly to be heard. Your presence itself is healing. And so when you walk in a room, it's not just about your beauty that they'll notice, it's the energy you radiate. Right? So this power that you possess, it comes from knowing who you are and from a deep level of self-acceptance, right? So Spirit is giving you the message that the energy you bring isn't only going to be what attracts your future spouse, right? It's what attracts, it's what sustains them, right? And deepens their love for you as time goes on. Yes, they are going to see you as a divine goddess. All right, so let's talk about how your partner will view you. So what I'm picking up is that when they lock into that deep energy of yours, you know what I'm saying, that sacred feminine energy, they'll be in awe of your ability to balance strength and softness. So you don't need to try too hard because you already know who you are. Your natural self-love and confidence will bring them peace. And they will respect your energy and feel incredibly honored to be in your presence. Okay, so this person sees the goddess energy within you. Yes. Thank you, Spirit. So let's pull the next card. All right. They recognize your confidence and your peace that you bring into the relationship. Man, you have also what I'm picking up is like, it's like a magnetic beauty. It's a magnetic beauty. So they will not only be drawn to you physically, but spiritually too. So your beauty will be like the timeless and multi-dimensional everything from your voice to the way that you move to the depth, right, in your eyes. So it's something that feels like it goes beyond just the physical. They will have an appreciation for everything that makes you whole, right? So your empathy, you're like your empathetic and healing nature, because this is the thing. You have a natural nurturing aura. Okay, so this person will lean on your energy to heal their own emotional wounds. So you bring a kind of like emotional comfort to their life that they didn't even know was missing. No, your healing abilities may show up in like subtle ways. Now, they're not coming in with a lot of emotional problems or anything like that, right? No, not at all. They are super strong, right? But just certain things they weren't even aware of. You know what I'm saying? Because they are radiating with self-love, so they're picking up your self-love. Okay, so this energy is deep and just really self-respecting. Okay, so your spouse will appreciate how much love you pour into yourself. So let's gain more insight. Thank you, Spirit. And they're going to give that back to you tenfold. So let's gain more insight. Who will you marry? Thank you, Spirit. What is the energy as it does relate? You have the Four of Cups. This is definitely someone that's going to provide long-term security. They're going to provide long-term security. They're not going to play. They're going to make sure that you don't wait. This is the Four of Cups. I'm sorry. I thought this was the Four of I was looking at a different energy. This is the Four of Cups. I was picking up a different energy. This is the Four of Cups. This is someone that's going to provide surprised gifts. Surprised gifts. Okay? I was thinking of the Four of Pentacles, but no. The Four of Cups, right? They're going to fill that void that has always been, like you felt like has been open, that hole that has always been open where you never felt appreciated. But you're not going to have to tell them this. This is just who they are. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. So let's see the energy as it does relate and what all is coming through here. Let's see. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. So, yeah. All right. So, the Four of Cups is speaking volumes here. It's speaking volumes. So let me break it down for you. This person, the one you marry, right, is going to bring a sense of emotional security and understanding to this table, to your table. So Spirit is saying that this person won't let you feel unappreciated. They're in tune with your emotional needs without you having to ask. Okay? You don't have to ask, hey, honey, come to bed. Honey, you want to cuddle? You don't have to ask all that. They're already in tune. So when it comes to emotions, right, there'll always be, there's always been a gap. You know what I'm saying? In your heart, right? There's always been a gap in your heart when it comes to emotions. And you have felt overlooked, unappreciated at times. But, you know, you have given love and waited for it to come back with the same intensity. Here's the twist. This person will change that. They are going to change that without you having to beg or speak up. They will know when you need love. They know when you need a surprise gift, a thoughtful gesture, or just to feel seen. Because the Four of Cups comes in with that enough is enough vibe. Right? No more waiting in uncertainty. So they're coming through like finally someone who actually values you at your core, who knows when to surprise you with love and appreciation. And it's not because you demand it. No, it's just because they naturally do that for you because they feel it deep down. This is someone who hasn't forgotten the value of relationships or real love. They are emotionally mature. Thank you, Spirit. So let's gain more insight. All right, let's gain more. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. What is the energy? Oh, I was just looking at the deck I wanted to choose. I think I'm going to go with this one. Yeah. What is the energy as it does relate, Spirit? What is the energy? Who will you marry? Okay, look at the Knight of Cups. Look at this energy. The Knight of Cups. Are you serious? Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups. Thank you, Spirit. All right, so let's see what the energy is. It says we know that that's water energy and it's high vibrational, emotional energy. You got Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces coming through. Let me just say this. Your person is romantic as hell, okay? They will win your heart in that old-fashioned way through romance, thoughtful gestures, and words that just go straight to your soul. So whether it's writing love notes, surprising you with dates, or showing their devotion through big gestures, this person is a poet at heart, and not just in words, but in their everyday actions too. Okay? They're a poet in their everyday actions too. They walk it, they talk it. They are charming and persuasive. Like any knight with their armor, right? This person knows how to charm. Whether they are, pulling out all the stops on a date or just really showing up for you when you least expect it. So their presence is enough to make you feel like the only person in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like that radiant, charming energy. They are ready to share it exclusively with you. Okay? And we got that earlier, that they are deeply emotionally driven. They are not the type to go with the flow, because the Knight of Cups is deeply connected to the heart, right? To their heart. So for them, life is about feeling and experiencing love at its rawest, purest form. So if they fall hard. And when they do, they fall with a deep devotion that leads them straight to marriage. Okay? So they're like this. Listen, they're on a mission for love. This isn't someone that's playing games. This person is on a quest for the real thing, right? You know what I'm saying? They are emotionally aware and will go the distance for a person that they see themselves with, in a long-term relationship with. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's creating a home together or just building that bond. They'll chase after it with all their heart, determination, and passion that they can muster. This is your night, right? Yeah. So this is devotion. You know what I'm saying? Sweet and sincere gestures, such as surprise gifts, surprise notes. They are a visionary. They are a visionary. They're vulnerable, but courageous. So don't be smooth. Do not be smooth. Don't be fooled by the smooth charm, right? And the swoon-worthy gestures, because at their core, this person is deeply emotionally intelligent and able to put their emotions out there without fear of rejection, because they trust what they feel. They trust what they feel. So this isn't just your run-of-the-mill partner. This Knight of Cups comes ready to love in ways that most people only dream about. Emotionally expressive, charming, and pure in their intentions. So they'll marry you because you are the missing piece to their romantic and emotional puzzle. So get ready for a love that's deep, that's tender, and that never goes unnoticed. Get ready. Thank you, Spirit. Whoa. All right. So what is the energy coming through? What is that energy coming through? Thank you, Spirit. Please excuse my puppy outside. I don't know why he's doing so much. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Let's gain more insight, guys. Separation. Wow. sadness, missing you, thinking about you, yearning, unsure of the future. Wow. So I'm picking up like this is someone that has been in a relationship connection, and that I feel like the person that they're going to be separated from is kind of going to be in the mix a little bit. Not with this person, because again, this person is emotionally mature. But I feel like this is someone that when you do meet them, um, they have been already in a relationship and has divorced their partner. Okay? So let's pick up the energy coming through. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so the energy coming through is deep and it's layered. So it's with the energy of sadness, missing you, and yearning, right? And that's showing up. But we're definitely dealing with someone who has recently been through a separation. So Spirit is saying that when you meet them, this person has already experienced a relationship breakdown, possibly even a divorce. But here's the catch. This person is emotionally mature. Okay, they are emotionally mature now. So even though they are still healing, they are no longer attached to their past the way that they once were. Okay, now what is the energy around this person, Spirit? What is the energy? Okay, so what I'm picking up here is healing and growth. So this person has been um through an emotional storm in their past relationship, divorce, separation, soul crushing, heartbreak. But here's the key point: they have learned from it. They've grown into someone who's matured emotionally, and they aren't bringing that baggage with them into the relationship with you. They are not bringing that baggage into the relationship with you because they are someone who has had to do the internal work, right? To heal. But it does linger. And that sadness can come through at certain times as they think back on what they've lost and what they have left behind, okay? As far as a part of themselves that they lost, right? So they are emotionally aware despite the pull of the past, but this person has done the work to become emotionally available for a relationship that's grounded in mutual understanding and maturity with you. So they're available, okay? And you will sense that they get it. Even if they need to occasionally process lingering sadness, you know what I'm saying? You will see that, wow, they actually get it. They understand what's going on. Okay? I want to say this. Their past is in the background. Okay? This ex may not directly interfere with your future together, but the energy of the past relationship may still show up in subtle ways, right? And I feel like it's from insecurities with the ex, maybe trying to text you or call you and just, or text the partner and call them, but the partner has completely blocked this ex, okay? The partner has blocked this ex and has set boundaries in place. And boundaries do matter. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's crazy. I feel like the bottom line is this: the person you'll marry will come after this deep personal healing. So they're likely to going to feel nervous at first and unsure of how to approach someone new. But there is that sadness that they've carried from that divorce or breakup. But that emotional maturity means that they'll choose to work through their pain and not avoid it. Okay? And they're going to be completely ready to love you in a way that others can't. Not without hesitation. But certainly, with someone who's seen, this is someone who's seen the ups and downs of life, and now they fully embrace the value of authentic emotional connections. So this is the thing. The sadness, let me just say this, the sadness lingers as a part of the journey, right? So, but it doesn't define them. No, it doesn't define them anymore. So in the end, they will be the partner that truly gets you. They will truly get you, and their past will make them appreciate you even more. The nurturing, the peace, the love, the calm vibe, the energy, the loyalty, all of that you bring is totally opposite of this ex. So they are going to appreciate you even more. And so, beautiful number two, this does conclude your reading. I hope this reading resonates with you and inspire you. And if it does, drop a comment below. I absolutely enjoy reading your comments. I am sending you lots of love and good energy. Hi, Clarity family. Welcome to your reading. You have arrived at card 3, and I can already tell you that the energy is about to shift. So thank you for subscribing and being here. So we're diving into some deep and real and raw insights today. So if you're drawn to this beautiful gold class crystal and this card that says, let's see what it says. It says reflection. Give each other some space at the moment and trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. Let me just tell you right now that there's power in this space, right? There's power in this space right now. Trust me. So let's get into it. Okay, so now this message is all about space, and not just any kind of space. Not just any kind of space, but the kind that allows for growth. And sometimes when we've been in the thick of things, we need time to reflect, to see things from a higher perspective, to heal and to gain clarity before stepping back into that intimacy and that deep emotional connection that's coming, right? That's coming, right? So it's like Spirit is saying right now, slow down for a moment and but keep the faith. Slow down for a moment, but keep the faith, okay? Because don't rush it. Don't force it. You and your person will have that perfect moment where you have to come back stronger, clearer, and like in a more in alignment with each other, if that makes sense, right? Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Wow, that's interesting. This is going to be someone where you guys will give each other space. You guys will respect each other's space. You know what I'm saying? Naturally. So if you say, hey, I have to go to the nail salon or to get my hair done, or I just need some space, or I just want to sit quietly, in the room today. This person is going to be so understanding of that. You're just going to get each other. It's kind of like you'll mirror each other. They'll have like a lot of characteristic traits that you naturally have. And I'm also picking up that with this marriage, you have been wondering like when you'll get married. But Spirit is saying, trust the timing. But let's see what card you're drawn to here again. Thank you, Spirit. So you have the Tower energy. Wow. So it's definitely someone has been through the storm. You know what I'm saying? Been through some stuff. Know what life is truly about. Has faced those challenges and has overcome a lot of the towering energy. Thank you, Spirit. So let's see what that energy is. What is coming through? All right. Okay. So, I see where this is headed. Okay. So, and let me just tell you, brace yourself because the energy coming through is strong. It's deep and real. So when you're wondering about marriage, the timing, and all the things that come with it, sometimes Spirit says, trust the process. But when the Tower energy shows up, oh, honey, right? We're talking about someone who has been through the storm, who's lived through chaos and came out on the other side with a brand new foundation when this Tower energy shows up, okay? So this card is no joke. The Tower represents massive change, and it could be a shakeup a moment where things fall apart to make room for something even better. So keep that in mind. If you're going through something and things are falling apart, that's because the universe is making room for something better for you, right? So when this energy shows up in a reading, it's about, in a reading about who you'll marry, we're dealing with someone who has gone through some serious challenges and yet emerged stronger, wiser, and transformed. It's like the literal Transformer, the movie, right? So they've been through hell and back. Yeah, they have been through hell and back. So when the Tower card appears, this is someone who has endured those hardships. You know what I'm saying? Maybe even heartbreak as well, and has had to rebuild their life. But here's the kicker. They've already overcome it. They've already overcome it. So the life that they lived has shaped them into someone who's incredibly strong and has like this deep appreciation. They have the deep appreciation for life's ups and downs. Okay, and they don't scare easily. So you're going to be dealing with someone who's not afraid to face the toughest situations that life throws at them. They're not afraid of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Um, Life has thrown them for a loop, and they fought their way back up. Okay, so no little challenge in the future is going to break their spirit. They're not. This person is resilient to the max. Okay, resilient AF. Yeah, this is also a transformational love. It's a transformational love. So when they finally open up and choose to let you in, there's going to be a major transformation in the relationship. The love between you two will feel like a major rebirth. So it's like starting from scratch, fresh and solid. So this person will treat the relationship with the utmost care. It's because they understand what it means to rebuild and to work for something real. Thank you, Spirit. So let's gain more insight. What is the energy coming through? What's the energy, Spirit? You have the Samaritan card showing up. The Samaritan. All right. So we know, of course, that a Samaritan is someone that helps other people, but it makes perfect sense because, a Samaritan at its core is someone who sacrifices their time, okay, to help others. So they feel a natural inclination to reach out to those in need, whether it's like a small ways or larger gestures. Okay, so and when you see this in a relationship context, wow, it shows you're going to marry someone who truly has that giving heart. But here's the thing. You got to make sure they're taking care of themselves, like they are taking care of themselves too, so that they don't get burnt out. You feel me? Because this is the type of person that can burn the candle at both ends by trying to show up and help other people. And this is like loving without conditions. So when the Samaritan energies come through, it's saying that your future spouse is loyal, empathetic, and doesn't hesitate to show love through their actions, if that makes sense. Okay, so let's gain more insight. What is the energy coming through? What is the energy coming through, Spirit? Achievement. The achievement card. So this is when the award, accolade, or contract. How does this relate to this person on your mind? All right. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Well, okay. Okay. So we're talking about some serious high vibe energy. The achievement card isn't playing games, right? So this is all about recognition, accomplishment, and someone who's working hard to get what to get where they're going. So when this card shows up, right, comes through, it's about, when it comes through about who you'll marry, you're looking at someone who is driven and has clear goals and isn't afraid to work their ass off, right, to achieve their dreams. They're not afraid to work their ass off to achieve their dreams. Now let's dive deep into this energy. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so the achievement card, like, is a clear signal of success and recognition. So this person is someone who sets their sights high, okay, and follows through with dedication, effort, and relentless energy that it takes to reach their goals. So whether it's related to their career, personal dreams, or something that they are passionate about, right? You're marrying someone who gets things done. They're not sitting around on their A with a low act rate. They are literally getting things done. And they don't quit until they have earned those accolades. Okay? They're not going to quit. They are ambitious. It's that high performance energy, right? And it's like, don't stop until they have secured the bag. They are not stopping until they have secured the bag. But it's focused and purposeful. It's focused and purposeful because you'll see this person operate with like clarity and purpose. You know what I'm saying? Because they got their eye on the prize, right? And, while they're there for you emotionally, they're also laser focused on what they need to accomplish. So don't mistake this for neglecting their relationship, though. No, don't mistake it for that, because they just know how to balance. You know what I'm saying? They know how to balance, and their drive is it's a sexy trait for you to admire. Okay, their drive is a sexy trait for you to admire. So let's gain more insight. Okay, yes. You got a go-getter. You got a go-getter here. What is the energy as it does relate? What is coming through? The World. Wow. So the World card. I find this to be a synchronicity. I sure do, because the World is about success, completion, rewards. Okay, so yeah, thank you, Spirit. I absolutely love it when the energy does align in this way. It lets us know that Spirit is omnipresent, here to validate your questions and your concern. So yeah, boom, the World card just came through, and it's powerful. Okay, so this energy is massive, y'all. Okay, it's synchronicity at its finest. So if you're getting a reading on who you're going to marry, the World card is dropping some serious cosmic energy that's all about completion, rewards, and fulfillment. Okay, now let's break it all down. So what does the World card mean? All right, thank you, Spirit. Now, when you pull the World card, you're tapping into completion. So this person has gone through seasons of growth, hardship, learning, and evolving to the highest level. So think about this. They have achieved success, and now they're at a place of wholeness and harmony with themselves. So the journey that they have traveled up until now has been long, but they have come out victorious. So the World card is all about recognition and celebration, which is major. So it's one thing to work hard, but this card represents someone who has received their accolades, right? Their accolades, and now is enjoying the fruits of their labor. They have made it through the challenges, reached their goals, right? And now it's time to revel in success. It's time to revel in success, as they should. As they should. This person achieved really great things. You know what I'm saying? Very accomplished and confident person, goal-oriented, and a big thinker. All right, thank you, Spirit. All right, Spirit, let's see if we can get some physical attributes, maybe some zodiac signs coming through. Other details, maybe what career do they work in, Spirit? Thank you. What is the energy coming through? You have the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I say wow for a reason. Okay. So first off, the Two of Cups speaks to the quality of the water signs, particularly Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio, because these signs are known for their emotional depth and their strong connection to others. So if you meet someone who embodies the Two of Cups energy, this person could be one of the water signs, right? Or like someone with strong water placements in their chart. Scorpio moon or a Pisces rising, right? So the Two of Cups also carries some strong Venetian vibes. So Taurus and Libra energy might show up too. Okay, so these two signs are deeply connected to love, relationships, and aesthetic beauty in life. Okay, so if that energy resonates with the person you'll marry, get ready for someone who believes in love, partnership, and companionship. Okay. And the energy of the Two of Cups, it tells me that this person's career, it could be related to empathy, communication, and helping others. So if we are talking profession, I feel like this person is someone that could work in like a caregiving profession, such as counseling or therapy, providing, a listening ear, supporting others through their journeys, even healthcare. Maybe even working as like a nurse, a doctor, or in a holistic health field. You see what I'm saying? So customer service or teaching, right? Where there's patience and connect, and where there's like patience and connection, right? Also, creative fields are coming through, such as like an artist, a writer, an actor, where like emotional intelligence and collaboration with others play an important role. I am also picking up that this person also is in a partnership business, as seen here with the Two of Cups, because this is about building lasting client relationships, right? And forming like a strategic alliances. So whether it's personal connection or like a professional one, they are good at creating harmony in any environment. So their career will align with their personal strength and the way that they form and nurture their relationships. Now, I am picking up a physical appearance. So I'm picking up someone with like a warmer presence, maybe with like soft, inviting features and like a gentle demeanor. So this person is someone with a strong but soothing aura, perhaps with like deep eyes. You know what I'm saying? Eyes with like a lot of emotion and just a comfortable smile, right? That makes you feel at home. And physically, I feel like they lean toward being well groomed and dressed and really dressed with care, but really paying attention to little details that make them feel balanced and attractive, but not excessively flashy, right? They pay attention to the little details, but they are not nowhere near flashy. Now, personality traits are coming through as well. So I'm also picking up someone who's compassionate and deeply understanding. Someone who is romantic, because they see relationships as a partnership, right? That bring growth and evolution to both parties. I am also picking up someone who is trustworthy. So your partner won't hide their feelings or intentions from you. They are open and honest. Okay, they are highly emotionally intelligent. So this person picks up on things that others don't, and they show like a deep understanding of the emotional atmosphere around them. Okay? So they may appear a little aloof or like not the life of the party. But trust me, they know a lot. They know everything that's going on in the room. They can read the room. Okay? What is the energy? Thank you, Spirit. The runner. That's interesting with the runner card. So we have runner in a codependent relationship, fear of intimacy, listening to ego. Ooh, that's so interesting. So I do feel like this is the person that that they used to be, and the things that they have worked on in order to connect with the relationship with you, between the two of you. So let's see. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so yeah, let's dive into this energy. So the runner card coming up in the reading, it signals that this person has faced a lot in past relationships. So we're talking about someone who's at one point might have been avoidant or of intimacy and just like facing an internal battle with vulnerability and likely running away from deep connections out of fear. And the codependent energy that I picked up, it implies to like this person might have found themselves trapped in a relationship where they rely too much on the other person, leading them to like, abandon their own sense of identity to just keep the connection going. But don't get it twisted. Do not get it twisted. This is not the energy you're seeing now. So, and I'm giving you this context so that when you have a conversation with this person and they start to, because they're very transparent and open and they tell you about their past, you will remember that, wow, Clarity Bay said I would have this conversation with my husband, with my spouse. So, because when you meet people, they tell you things about themselves or things that they've transformed through, right? So, what you are seeing is someone who's been through the fire, right? But they have learned from these past mistakes and are no longer carrying that baggage. Now, how does this relate to who you will marry? They have been on this journey, right? They've been on this journey, and as a result, they now have this evolution of character. So that's really important for a long-term commitment. You have to grow in order to be somewhere that is greater than where you came from. Okay? So you're not marrying the runner anymore. You're marrying someone who has finally stopped running from themselves, from love, and from the connection that they deserve with someone special, which is you. Now, their past relationships were very likely influenced by the ego, getting caught up in the instant gratification, the superficial connections or even the toxic cycles. However, now they have embraced maturity, right? And they're realizing that love requires vulnerability, emotional honesty, and just the willingness to face fear. To face that fear head on in order to build something real. Okay? This is where their consciousness is now. So your future partner has put in the work. They have put in the work to move beyond their fears and unlearned habits that held them back in the past. Now, when it comes to you, they are bringing their authentic self, no longer allowing their insecurities or their needs to chase the wrong things, right? To dictate their romantic journey, okay? So there's someone who can truly meet you at your level emotionally and mentally, okay? And that always feels good when someone can meet you at your emotionally and spiritually level. So yes, this person has worked through their past issues. They have that emotional growth and that maturity. They were they went from a codependent to a independent, right? So this person may have once leaned heavily on partners, but now stand confidently in their own space, valuing independence, but ready to contribute to like just this healthy relationship that you two share. And listen, they value boundaries. They value boundaries and they won't allow themselves to get lost in you. Okay. But they will connect on a deep emotional level. Because why? There's self awareness here now. You know what I'm saying? And they have an awareness of understanding their ego driven behavior from their past relationships. So they now understand the real meaning of love, intimacy, trust, and support. And so, beautiful number 3, this does conclude your reading. And I hope this reading resonates with you and inspire you. And if it does, drop a comment below. I absolutely enjoy reading your comments. I am sending you lots of love and good energy.